9th of February 2026. We are in Sevilla, the Andalusian capital. Today we'll explore around the monuments in the city center.